Have you ever found yourself sitting in a quiet room, remembering the days when laughter used to echo through the walls? Maybe it was a family dinner, a funny story shared with a lifelong friend, or a moment so silly it made your belly hurt from laughing. It's easy to let those memories drift into the past, especially when life slows down after 60. But what if I told you that laughter, yes, simple, joyful, hearty laughter, can do more than lift your mood? It can actually add years to your life. We often talk about eating well, staying active, and keeping our minds sharp. But there's something just as powerful and far more enjoyable: joy. And laughter is one of its most natural forms. It's free, it's instant, and the best part, it works wonders on both your body and your spirit. In this video, we're diving into how laughter brings life back into your daily routine and 5 ways you can start inviting joy into your everyday moments. Let's begin by thinking about this. When was the last time you truly laughed? Not just a polite chuckle, but a real deep laugh that left your eyes watery and your heart light. If it's been a while, don't worry, you're not alone. As we age, we often lose touch with the things that once made us laugh. Responsibilities shift, people move on, the body slows down, and suddenly the little sparks of joy don't seem as close as they used to. But science tells us something amazing. Laughter literally helps your body fight stress. When you laugh, your body releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that work like a natural painkiller. Your blood pressure lowers, your immune system strengthens, and your muscles relax. It's like giving your entire body a break from the heaviness of the day. Even your heart benefits. A good laugh can improve blood flow and even reduce the risk of heart disease. Isn't that something? And there's more. Laughter creates connection. It brings people together in a way that words sometimes can't. Have you noticed how a shared laugh can instantly break the ice, make strangers feel like friends, or remind you that you're not alone? For seniors, especially those living alone or spending long hours without company, this kind of connection can be life-changing. So how do we bring that kind of joy back into our daily lives, especially when the days feel quiet, repetitive, or even a little lonely? It all starts with intention. That means choosing to invite joy, not waiting for it to come knocking. One of the simplest and most beautiful ways to start is by revisiting the things that once made you laugh. Maybe it's an old comedy show you used to love. Sitcoms from the 60s, 70s, or even early 2000s can be a wonderful way to bring back that lightness. Put on an episode while having breakfast or during your afternoon tea. Let it play in the background while you fold laundry or do light chores. You'll be surprised how a few minutes of laughter can lift your whole mood for hours. Another way is through conversations. If you have someone you talk to regularly, a sibling, an old friend, or even a neighbor, steer the conversation toward funny memories. Talk about that time the cake collapsed before the party, or the day someone slipped and blamed the cat. Humor, especially the kind that lives in memory, is powerful. It brings back not just the laughter, but the warmth of those who shared it with you. Even if you don't have someone nearby to talk to, there are still ways to laugh with others. Join an online laughter group. Yes, they exist. People from all over the world get together just to laugh, share stories, and feel better. All you need is a smartphone or a tablet and a willingness to try something new. The first few minutes might feel silly, but give it time. Before you know it, you'll be smiling without even realizing it. And let's not underestimate the power of laughing at yourself. It's one of the most freeing things you can do. So what if you misplaced your glasses and found them in the fridge? Or if you called your grandson by the dog's name? These little slips can be reminders not of aging, but of living fully, of being human, of having stories worth telling. Now imagine if you gave yourself permission to laugh more often. What if every day, even just once, you found something, anything, that made you smile or giggle. The news might be heavy, the body might ache, the routines might feel slow, but a single moment of laughter could cut through all of that, even if just for a few minutes. And that, my friend, is more than enough to start changing your day, because laughter isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding joy in the middle of imperfection. It's the medicine we forget to take, the light we forget to turn on. And when you start turning it on day after day, something beautiful happens. Life starts feeling a little lighter, your energy feels a little stronger, and your heart feels a little younger. So you've invited laughter back into your day, maybe through a favorite old show or a phone call that led to a shared chuckle. And already there's a shift. You start to notice how your shoulders aren't as tense, how your breathing feels a little deeper. That's not just coincidence. That's your body reacting to joy. And believe me, it's been craving it. Now let's talk about something truly transformative. Being around people who make you laugh. You know the ones, those friends who always have a joke ready, who find humor in everyday things, who lighten the room just by being in it. If you're lucky enough to still have someone like that in your life, cherish them. Call them more often. Visit them if you can. And if you don't have that kind of person around right now, it's not too late to find them. Senior centers, community libraries, walking groups, these are more than just places to go. They're chances to reconnect with people who understand your stage of life, who've lived through the same ups and downs, and who often share the same sense of humor. But here's the thing. Don't wait for someone else to start the laughter. Be the one who brings it. Tell your story about that time your dog stole the sandwich off your plate, or how you accidentally wore mismatched shoes to the market. These stories don't make us look foolish. They make us relatable, real, and most importantly, human. And the more we share them, the more we invite others to laugh with us, not at us. That kind of openness is infectious. It starts with a smile and spreads like sunlight. Sometimes laughter needs a little help finding its way through. That's where playfulness comes in. Yes, playfulness. No, it's not just for kids or young adults. Seniors need play just as much, if not more. And no, I don't mean hopping on a trampoline unless you want to. I'm talking about lighthearted hobbies, silly games, or fun challenges. Maybe you've seen those viral videos of seniors doing TikTok dances or trying out quirky trends. Why not try one yourself? Not for fame or likes, but because it's something new, something that makes you laugh at yourself in the best possible way. Even something as simple as drawing with your non-dominant hand, playing charades with the grandkids, or doing a silly voice when you talk to your pet. These things may seem small, but they stir something big inside you. They remind you not to take life so seriously. After all, isn't that the point of joy? To feel light, to break free, even just for a moment, from the weight of worry. Let me tell you about a woman I met a few years ago, Eleanor. She was 74 and had this bright spark in her eyes. I asked her what kept her so vibrant, and she said, "Oh, honey, I laugh every single day. Sometimes at the dog, sometimes at my own mistakes, but I always find something funny." She told me she had a ritual. Every morning after brushing her teeth, she'd look in the mirror and make a silly face at herself. "I may be older," she'd say, "but I'm still a goofball inside." That spirit, that refusal to let age dim her light, is exactly what we're talking about. It's not about pretending sadness doesn't exist. It's about knowing that joy can sit right beside it, that you can feel a little lonely and still laugh at a memory, that you can have aches and pains and still enjoy a funny story. Life is never one emotion at a time. It's a mix. But when laughter shows up, even if just briefly, it brightens everything else. And this brings me to something really simple, yet so powerful. Spending a few minutes every day collecting joy. Think of it like picking flowers for your spirit. Before you go to bed, take a moment and think, What made me smile today? Even if it was just the way the neighbor's cat jumped at a butterfly, or the way the cashier at the store made a joke. That's your joy bouquet for the day. Reflect on it, savor it, and let it remind you that joy didn't skip the day, it just showed up quietly. This habit not only keeps you connected to happiness, it retrains your mind to look for it. And once you start looking, you'll see it everywhere, in a song, in the sunshine, in a silly typo in the newspaper. Laughter isn't hiding. Sometimes we just forget to notice it. Now, I know some days are harder than others. There are moments when laughter feels like a distant memory, and that's okay. No one expects you to be cheerful all the time, but remember this: the ability to find joy, even in small doses, is still within you, and it doesn't fade with age. It deepens. It's easy to assume that laughter belongs to the young, but seniors, we've earned our laughter. We've lived through more, seen more, survived more. That kind of life gives our laughter a richness, a wisdom, a depth that younger folks can't always understand. When we laugh, it comes from a well of strength, resilience, and heart. So if today has been a quiet one, try to stir a little joy into the stillness. Watch a silly video. Read a funny comic. There's something beautiful about the way joy settles into a person's life when it's invited in day after day. It doesn't burst through the door shouting. It tiptoes in quietly, like morning light through the curtains. And once it's there, it stays, changing the way you see things, lifting the heaviness that sometimes hangs in the corners of your heart. That's what laughter does. It keeps you light. And when you're light, you move differently, think differently, even love differently. One of the most overlooked ways to bring joy into your life is through giving it away. It might sound strange at first. How does giving joy create more of it? But think back to a time when you made someone smile. Maybe you told a story that had everyone around the dinner table in stitches, or maybe you shared a compliment that made someone's entire day. Do you remember how you felt afterward? Joy multiplies when it's shared. It's like planting seeds in someone else's garden, only to find flowers blooming in your own. You don't have to perform grand gestures. Start small. Send a funny photo to your grandchild. Write a short, lighthearted note and leave it for your neighbor. Smile at a stranger and tell them their hat looks great. Laughter often starts with kindness, and you have the power to be the spark. That little effort might ripple outward and come back to you when you need it most. Also, let's not underestimate how much joy can come from doing something a little out of the ordinary. Routines are comfortable, but they can sometimes dim our sense of wonder. So break the pattern. Take a different path on your daily walk. Try a recipe that sounds silly, like banana pancakes with too many chocolate chips. Dance in your kitchen when no one's watching. You don't need permission to be playful. You just need the courage to say, "Why not?" And here's something simple, but surprisingly powerful. Start your day with a smile. Even if you have to fake it at first, just a small smile in the mirror before the day has even begun. That single act sets a tone, a message to yourself that joy is welcome here. Science backs it up. Smiling, even when you don't feel like it, can actually make you feel happier. It's not a trick, it's a tool. You see, laughter and joy aren't about escaping reality. They're about living with it fully and openly. Life after 60 comes with real challenges, health changes, loss, loneliness, but it also comes with a deeper appreciation for the things that truly matter. And at the heart of it, what matters is how we feel in our day-to-day lives. Do we feel weighed down, or do we feel lifted up, even just a little? When you choose to laugh more intentionally, daily, you begin to feel lighter, freer, and more like yourself. Not just the version of you that exists now, but the version that remembers how to play, how to dream, how to find the funny in the little things. You don't grow out of laughter, you grow into it. Let's take a moment right now. Wherever you are, I want you to pause and think of one thing, just one, that made you laugh in the past. Maybe it was a line from a movie, a friend who couldn't stop hiccuping during a serious moment, a memory from childhood. Let yourself relive that moment. Let it warm your chest, curl your lips, maybe even bring out a soft chuckle. That's it. That's joy, arriving right on time. And if that joy feels distant, if the days are feeling a little too heavy lately, just remember, you don't have to fix everything to feel better. You only need to find one moment each day where laughter lives, one spark, one giggle, one smile. That's where it begins. You are not too old for joy. You are not too late for laughter. In fact, you are perfectly seasoned for it. With all your wisdom, your memories, your perspective, you know more than ever what's truly funny, what's truly worth smiling about. So give yourself permission to feel good again. Not just once a week, every single day. The best part? You're not doing this alone. Right now, someone else out there is watching this, nodding along, maybe even wiping away a tear, or laughing softly at something they remembered. This community, this shared understanding, it's real and it's growing. So don't be afraid to share your own story. Leave a comment. Tell us what made you laugh recently. Your story might be the exact one someone else needed to hear today. And if this message brought you even a little bit of warmth or a smile, I invite you to like this video and subscribe. Not for me, but for you, so you can keep inviting joy in, one video at a time. Here's to living your best life at any age, to smiling more, laughing louder, and letting the weight of the years be carried not with struggle, but with stories, smiles, and silly moments. You deserve that. We all do.